The condition of the world has actually brought visitation and intervention here. Why? Because worlds like ours are so rare in the universe. Beautiful terrestrial planets with a grand diversity of life. In the universe of barren worlds, my goodness. So certainly, when this begins to happen, and this happens perhaps often, when technological races begin to outstrip their world's resources, intervention happens. It's a sign. It's a sign to others in the universe to take note, for they may have an interest in this world as well. Not for us necessarily, but something that is so valuable as a resource that they would certainly intervene for their own interests. It's very important here to think that they're not here because they love us or think we're wonderful people or we have grand spiritual potentials. They're here for the environment. You know, this is really important because environment is the most important thing. Environment in our world seems to be way down the list of priorities for most people. Maybe it's not even on their list. But it really is the most important thing, because if that environment changes, everything changes. The world is now heating with every passing day. They create wild weather, sometimes more extremely cold, sometimes more extremely hot, but overall hotter. It's changing people's lives. It's changing the dynamics of our world. It's changing the stability of our world. It's also a sign for visitation intervention to take place. These two great events, which are going to shape the future of our world, are really connected to each other. If environment is the most important thing, and we're sitting on an environment of grand and great value, and we're destroying it, wouldn't that create visitation and intervention? If we're the wealthiest planet around, in terms of its biological diversity, mineral wealth, whatever, and we're destroying that, wouldn't that create visitation, intervention? So now our environment is changing on a degree never seen in the time of human history. Every degree that the planet warms will change the outcome for humanity, everywhere. Our ability to grow food, access to water, everything. So there's nothing really bigger than this in terms of our future and our security and our well-being and our stability, because if countries start fighting each other over fundamental resources, well, we're going to have a world at war, like in a big way. Not one grand war, but many wars. Wars over resources, water. What's more precious than water? See, this is why the world needs you. It doesn't need necessarily what you want to give, but it needs something in you that you have that probably has never been fully discovered. Maybe you have some clues, but you're not sure. Of course, nobody's sure at the beginning. Nobody has the big answer at the beginning, not in the things we're talking about. But there are signs of life within you, signs of greater potential. And they're coming from the world, you see. The world is telling you things.